Alrighty, so everybody gets this started in a second. I'm just gonna doing the live stream again. Welcome to the Chrispy Kid Podcast. Hold on a second, let me just go check on something real quick. Make sure everything's going good. Alright, so this is Alright, so welcome to episode 2 of my podcast. First I should play this for a sec. So today I'm going to be talking about Raw and SmackDown and how they were this week. Raw was pretty decent and SmackDown was pretty good. I gotta say, SmackDown's been really good for 3 weeks. Really, really good. Really proud of how they're doing things. But I want to start off with Raw. I'm going to kick off with Raw. That's the biggest topic. Everyone wants to talk about Raw. Because that was what happened on Monday. I know I'm usually supposed to have this podcast on Wednesdays, but I had to do something. So, next week, I don't think we're going to be having a podcast due to the fact that they're going to have people, I think, in my area. I'm not too sure about this, but the week before SummerSlam, next week's the week before SummerSlam? Next week's the week before SummerSlam. They usually have this thing where you go to like Toys R Us or Cricket Wireless or whatever when they come down my area, and you get to meet them for free. You just gotta wait on like a long line. Just wait there for a few hours and that's it. So yeah, that's why I'm not gonna be around doing the podcast, because I'd rather be meeting a wrestler than doing the podcast. Not gonna lie. Alright, so yeah, guy watching. Great. So we're going to get in with the Raw results of August 7th, 2017. This was in Canada. And the Canadian crowd was way different from the usual. And it was like going to a Brooklyn show to a Chicago show. It was absolutely insane. So the crowd was crazy. Alright. And they start off with the Miz TV with Brock Lesnar in that segment with Heyman. I thought it was a great segment because I like Miz TV, because Miz could he knows how to utilize his own like show that he has. He's great on the mic. He has fantastic charisma. No one like him, to be honest with you. He is just great on the mic. They have Heyman come out, which I thought Heyman coming out with Lesnar was a total shock. So everyone loved it because it was a shock, number one. Number two, just made for a great segment. Alright? Great segment. It was fun to watch. And then the next... there's really not much to really talk about the segment with the Lesnar thing. Because Lesnar, we already know that was a good segment. There's really nothing else to really add to it. So... anyway, moving on. We got the Rollins and Sheamus with Cesaro match. And, it was a pretty alright match, decent, not too crazy, a good match. Sheamus won the match. They started beating up on Rollins, I believe. Started beating up Rollins. And, Ambrose didn't come out. So people were shocked that Ambrose didn't come out, which I thought was pretty cool, because from a fan's perspective, you're like, oh, he's gonna come out, we gotta get Dino, we gotta get him out. And then from a booking standpoint, like, that's genius, because everyone's expecting it, and then it's not happening, and then the fans are like, what just happened, like, why didn't he come out? So I thought that was fantastic the way they did that. Jason Jordan versus I don't even know how to say his name, but he was a jobber from Canada. All right, and they started the Let's Go Jobber chant, which I thought was hilarious. But I want to talk mostly on Jason Jordan right now. Actually, I'm gonna devote a lot of time to Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan is a fantastic. He would make a great heel. Okay, he would make a great heel. The reason why he's not a heel, I don't. It's because he's the son of Kurt Angle. I feel like if he were to turn heel, people would appreciate him more. Because we're gonna have another Roman scenario where he's trying to get up there, but he's getting pushed so high, and I don't know why people have a problem with it that bad. Like I wouldn't have a mind. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, I would clap for the kid. Like, yo, he is literally one. He is a great talent, great technician, great wrestler. Okay, I don't see why we wouldn't get behind it, but whatever. The fans don't want to get behind it. Whatever. Maybe because they don't like the whole storyline. I think the storyline is pretty cool because of the fact that kayfabe is usually broken now. Like, it's not really then because the internet, we can look up stuff, and the internet really killed wrestling, to be honest with you. It really did. So I like this whole storyline that they're trying to get into. It's different. It's it's one of those things that I really enjoy. So moving on with that. All right, we're gonna be going to the talking about Jason. Yeah, so I think turning him heel, and because they have to step back from Roman, because I know Roman, when he came in, everyone loved him, and then I don't know why they stopped disliking him. I forget the reason why, but when they did, that's when you have to change. Same thing happened for Ziggler, but I don't know what happened to Ziggler now. Now he's just in a whole heat of, I don't even know. There's rumors that he's leaving, so they're not really doing much with him. But when he did turn heel, it was at the right time, so that's an example. You gotta turn heel at the right time. You can't wait. You wait for it, then that's it. I don't even know why I'm yelling right now. But anyway, had a good night's sleep. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna go to the what else was it? Oh yeah, then we had Bayley up next addressing her injury, which the Toronto crowd did not want to hear it. They didn't care for it. They were booing her. But I think tying in with the triple threat match with Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox, and Emma, I think this opened up a portal to something fantastic because of the fact that you got Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss, who actually have a heated rivalry where they actually hate each other outside of the ring. Like, I'm talking like, they see each other in public. They don't want to see each other. It's that, like, it's actually heated. If you ever saw Raw is Talk or whatever, Talk is Raw, I don't know, Talking Raw, whatever the hell it is. And it was the night after, I think it was Great Ball to Fire. Sasha she does not like Alexa. Bring it to the table, they mentioned it. I think it's great that they're starting off with, I think Bayley's injury is probably one of the best, and it's unfortunate to say, but it's probably one of the best things for Bayley, if anything, because now she's gone from TV. People were booing her as it is for some reason, because her character wasn't developing properly, I guess, or I don't know. That's what I hear from some people. And hey, listen, she's been doing the same thing she's been doing at NXT, and I don't know. Along the line, it got a little sketchy. I don't know exactly what happened to make people not like Bayley. Maybe they got sick of it, the whole thing. Maybe, when she comes back, maybe she'll come back as a heel. Maybe she'll come back as something different. Maybe she'll come back the same way and people will start cheering for her. I mean, that could definitely happen. So there's just a lot of things that could tie in with this. I feel like if they do Sasha versus Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam, I'm telling you, it's going to be insane. It's going to be great. One of the greatest rivalries. I think they should go down this road. Last time Sasha faced Alexa Bliss was Great Ball of Fire. That's perfect. Lead it up with the SummerSlam. I mean, the two biggest stars in the women industry, the women's movement or whatever, women's division. You got these girls, and they do their thing, and they know what they're doing. Everyone loves them. They have actual heat. It was like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. It's great. Why don't you just make them fight? Make them fight. That's what I'm saying. And no. If they go with it, I'd be happy. Because I can't see Nia Jax face Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. Can't see Nia Jax work as a face yet. I never said it couldn't happen. I'm just saying I can't see it happen yet. So, then you had, after that, you had Big Show and Enzo versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson won. You know, Big Show and Enzo look like a new team that's gonna like form. Which, I mean, Enzo has really nothing to do on his own. He would just lose every match and become a Brooklyn Brawler. So it's probably the best thing for Enzo. And Big Show actually will get TV time, which I thought we would never see again. Anderson and Gallows, they're very up and down, that tag team. I don't know what they're doing with them. They're just they're like they should be champions, but they're not. But I don't know. There's a whole thing with Anderson and Gallows, the way they book them. I don't know. I feel their booking is not so great with Anderson and Gallows. And usually I wouldn't argue about the booking, but I don't know, maybe they're just that team to be the regular heels. There's no problem with that, honestly. I feel like the biggest problem in today's society is the fact that everyone believes that everyone has to be a champion. You know? Sami Zayn has to be WWE champion. Like, no. Sami Zayn, you got guys that Sami Zayn who are a bona fide mid-carder, and they'll never, and I'm not saying they won't get higher than that, I'm saying, but they're perfect for their role, and there's no need for them to be world champion. Because when you think of world champion, think of the likes of Brock Lesnar, you know, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Undertaker, and Sami Zayn. I mean, you could argue Jinder Mahal, but Jinder Mahal is different, because Jinder Mahal is a big dude. I don't see why people disliked them bringing a jobber up. They're like, oh yeah, bringing a jobber up is bad, don't do that. But you all want new talent, but then once you get new talent that you don't like, you know, it makes literally no sense. It's like, you want to bring up new talent, but then you don't, because you only want Sammy. And it makes no sense. Honestly, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. And it's annoying. It really is. It's annoying that everyone loves Sammy, because if you don't love Sammy, then I don't hate the guy. I don't dislike him. I like Sammy. I really do. I think Sammy's a great performer. But people are gonna argue that they either love Sammy or they're gonna make, oh, he's gonna turn into another Daniel Bryan story. You don't want another Daniel Bryan story. Daniel Bryan's story was special. It's very special, and you wouldn't want to get it repeated again. And that's a big problem with a lot of people. They start to, you know, they start thinking about all the different things, like the good and the bad of Sami Zayn, or what would happen with the push. And I'm thinking, just leave him at mid-card. It's where he belongs right now. I know he had a credible match with Kevin Owens. I'm not going to deny that at Battleground last year. But you can't just make him a main eventer. I mean, main event has to have some kind of, you know, strong... It's a strong name to be a main eventer. You know? You got guys, like I said, you got Taker, Stone Cold... You got all these guys, main event talent, and, you know, they're retired now. I think Taker is, anyway. Yeah, he's retired. You got these big name guys, and then you got Sammy. I mean, like I'm saying, I don't have anything against him, but the thing is, the fans make it where it gets annoying sometimes, and you just don't want to see Sammy no more. Alright? And I don't like Sammy. It's annoying. I don't want to go on about this. I'm going to go in a whole loop about this, about how Sammy is a great mid-carder and he should just stay there, and, you know, and that's it. And that's it. Okay? Anyway, moving on, we're going to talk to the, talking about the Finn Balor just as the Bray Wyatt. If anyone can get into the chat and wants to, like, type anything saying stuff, that would be awesome, but, you know, that's if you want to. Anyway, moving on to the Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. I thought the segment wasn't that bad. I think, you know, there's a little too much of too many, I don't know, moving around when it goes black, the ring. I thought it was alright. I thought it wasn't that bad, but the Toronto crowd did not like it. They were like, you know, they weren't doing anything. I mean, personally, I thought it was alright. I didn't think it was that big. I didn't think it was that bad, but I guess people thought it was bad. I mean, listen, not everything WWE does is bad. I mean, they do good things sometimes. I mean, let's be honest, you can't have the perfect show all the time. You just can't. And it's hard managing all these guys into the small times that they have. Plus, you have to market your network. You have to have commercials and all that. They did it before. Now it's different now. It's a different show now than what it was 10 years ago, without a doubt. I remember I started watching like about 10 years ago, so. Or I'd say 9, 10, whatever. So then they had Ambrose versus Cesaro. Ambrose won. That was a good match with Ambrose and Cesaro. I mean, those are two great wrestlers right there in the ring talent. Great. And they were gonna go for the what's it called, the Shield reunion or whatever, when like the Ambrose went like this, and then, or Rollins, Rollins walked out, I think, or something like that. And it was just good. It's just, you want to see that happen. You want to see the Shield come back. I feel like it would be weird if Roman does come back, to be honest with you. I feel like if Roman comes back to the Shield, it would be fun. It would be pretty cool to have, not gonna lie. Would they go over? Would they be the top heel? They would be great heels. They would be great heels again, the Shield, you know? And I don't see anything, you know, because what was the last, I mean, Rollins turning heel would be great. Ambrose hasn't turned heel since the Shield days. Roman is in the mix. It would be perfect time for them to be great heels as the Shield going in after beating Cesaro and Sheamus, and after that, then some other tag team that's face. I don't even know that many face tag teams. I mean, you got the Hardy Boys. I don't care split. There's really not that much. Oh, it's like jobbers, and I really don't. I mean, you got, like I said, you have the Hardys, but I don't see them going in for another title. I don't know. They could be. I don't know. Jeff Hardy's my favorite, so maybe I have bias there. I'm not too sure. Anyway, moving on. They had the Cruiserweight division with Daivari and Tozawa. That was alright. Honestly, I don't know why, but I'm not feeling the Tozawa and Neville thing. That's just not getting with me. I feel like they could have picked someone that I don't know, I thought was better. Just, I don't know, I guess a lot of fans feel that way, where they feel like they could handpick and think that they did do something better. But I don't know, Tozawa, sometimes I don't believe in Tozawa. It's just, I don't watch 205 Live, so if you're like about to face Neville for the title and you're here and Neville's here and you're about to reach that point to win and you lose, you go all the way back down. I don't think anyone realizes that. Once you face him for the title and you lose, you're done. You're just done. Like, there's no... I've never seen anyone come back from it. And I gotta talk about 205 Live, which I'm gonna do that right now, actually. Get 205 Live. 205 Live would have been a great concept, except for the fact that... See, here's the thing. It's a Cruiserweight division. You're not supposed to just keep it as a division. Then you would have to have the Heavyweight division, which you don't have. You just have the Heavyweight Championship. There's a difference. Anyone could win the... You have Kalisto win the WWE Heavyweight Championship, okay? You have Kalisto. and he's like under 205. So it makes no sense. I mean, not saying that they're gonna put the title on Kalisto like ever, but what I'm saying is that it can happen. So I feel like they should get rid of the whole the division splitting, whatever. Just make the cruiserweights fight other people. I'm telling you, Rich Swann has the best kicks in the world. He has literally the best kicks. I've never seen a guy super kick someone even better than Rich Swann. Swann has the best kicks out of all of professional wrestling at this moment, unless you show me someone who could do kicks better. I mean, Young Bucks are great, but I'm telling you, Rich Swann is the deal when it comes to super kicks. Super kicks, he's got it. He knows how to kick people. He's great. He's just great at that. Alright? So, there's a lot of things lacking. It's like at NXT. 205 is literally NXT without the women's title, without the tag team titles, and without, depth in your brand that you made. Because 205 Live is a brand. You know? And you got the Raw tag team, you got the USA, or you got the Intercontinental, and you got the Universal, you got the championships, NXT. You got, also you got the women, so it's 4. I can't believe I missed them. So NXT, you at least have 3 championships. You got the NXT championship, you got the tag team championship, and you got the women's. That's 3 right there. Then with SmackDown, you got the WWE championship. Then you got the tag team championship, the women's championship, and then you got the United States championship. That's 4 titles. The 3 or 4 titles would help, or if you added 2 more titles. And I know they don't have any women in the 205 Live, which that's another thing that defeats it. And I understand. Alright, you could say no, it's not true, which, alright, that was kind of a mess statement, to be honest with you. But there's really, when you look at WWE, when you look at WWE today, you should have women in every section of your brands, only for the fact that you're pushing them to the limit. Okay, you're making like the women are the best things on planet Earth, and if they are the best thing on planet Earth, you put them on all the brands. That's what I think you should do. But anyway, I think they should get rid of 205 Live. Then you should just split the wrestlers up to Raw and SmackDown, and you would have great matches. All right, and you just have a lot. You just have a lot to work with, more than with 205 Live, because no one's watching 205 Live. I know it costed a lot of money to bring it up, and to bring it all down would suck, because the cruiserweight, the cruiserweight tournament was a great thing, and it went downhill real fast, and it sucked because I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, moving on. What was that? No, triple threat match, Nia Jax. I already talked about the women. The main event was freaking great. Last man standing between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. They have phenomenal chemistry. I don't care what anybody says. They definitely have phenomenal chemistry. They really know what. That's why I love when I see feuds like Strowman and Roman Reigns. And I always said this. I always said this to other people. When Braun Strowman first came up, I saw him with the wife, and I said, he's going to be something. There's no way you could be that big and that scary, and they'll do nothing with you. That would be a lie. That would be a lie. That would be a waste of talent. And WWE, like I knew they were going to do, going to make Braun Strowman go separately, because you could not have the White family plus Braun Strowman. I know Braun Strowman was in the White family, but to have them all together would be insane. It would just be too much to handle, really. It would be too much to handle. And so, you can't really, let's call it. Yeah. Alright, so we got, we're gonna have the guests come on in a bit. I'm just gonna finish up, I'm just gonna finish up, what's it called, with Raw talk, real quick, on... So, I want to talk about the end of Braun Strowman. I thought the Braun Strowman match was fantastic, and then there was Samoa Joe coming in. I don't know how the crowd felt about that, but I thought it was great. I thought it was a great main event. I love Braun Strowman. He is freaking great. Roman Reigns is great too, and I love when people boo him because he has heat. And I talked about this in my last video, my last live stream. He has heat on him. He could generate sales because if you looked at the way I'm not talking about Jinder Mahal, I'm talking about him down right when White Runner joins. When you have guy like Heat like Jinder Mahal, and then countries like Canada that loved you, you saw them the next night. So anyway, I'm gonna finish on my Raw talk with saying it was a pretty good show. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a great show, and yeah. So that's cool. That's you know. Oh, hold on. I'm just fixing up something so that I can get him on. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna add him to the Alright, so let's add desktop audio. That's it. Alright. I think they can hear you. Hello,
Hold up.
Drew.
There we go. Hello?
Yep, Drew. Welcome to the live stream, Drew. Welcome
Yeah.
to yep.
Thanks for having me on.
Yep, so everyone, this is Drew. He is a big fan of professional wrestling, and he is Light Runner 87, so you can go check him out whenever you can, whenever you will, whatever it is. But anyway, before you check that out, we're gonna continue in our live stream, and so I welcome him to the show. First off, I want to talk about Raw.
Raw, I mean, like, this whole company sucks so bad right now that I have freaking canceled all my network and everything. It just sucks so bad. Well, I didn't watch it, obviously. Raw, so I don't know what happened.
So you don't know what happened. So anyway, I talked through the live stream about basically what happened, and it was a decent show. The main event being Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, which was a phenomenal match.
Here's the thing: why are they giving that stuff away on free TV though? Why they're giving all these top tier matches away on free TV?
Why? See, that's another thing I gotta argue with there. Free TV. Why are people pissed off that you get shit for free? Why are you pissed? I feel like you get great.
We're pissed because it doesn't like build up the story. It's supposed to be at the big pay-per-view. That's the thing. It's supposed to be there for the storyline.
No. You have to build a rivalry. In order to build a rivalry, you have to have matches together. And I don't know if you know about this whole the whole rivalry and what's going on for SummerSlam, but there's a Fatal 4-Way going on between Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Samoa Joe.
I knew about that, but why ruin parts of the Fatal 4-Way on Raw though? Because you're just
no, that's not ruining it. That's making it interesting. That makes me want to watch it. I mean, there's been very few times where I want to stay up till 11 o'clock to actually watch the show.
It's like if a movie trailer spoils the whole movie for you.
That's
if it shows the whole, pretty much.
That's not true at all. I mean,
it's gonna show you what's gonna happen in that whole match. It's like, oh, we're gonna see Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. It just shows you what would probably happen there. It basically spoils that match for you.
No, it doesn't.
Why not just wait for?
No, it won't. And actually, it's better because they build chemistry. No, they build chemistry with each other, and you could do that with live shows too, live events.
I've seen them build chemistry and not build matches. Like, and not have to have like all these matches over and over on Raws and free TV and stuff.
I don't think the
Like,
issue should be free TV. If it's enjoyable, then you watch it. That's the whole point. I think
sure, it could be enjoyable, but I want the storylines to make sense.
the storyline does make sense right now. It does. It makes sense, and it is. I mean, out of the batch of the Fatal 4-Way, you had Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar with their rivalry because they were at Great Balls of Fire, which was only one match, okay? And that's leading up to their SummerSlam match, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Roman and Braun, who also were in rivalry, and now it's leading up to SummerSlam. So now you put all those 4 people in one match, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, obviously, you know you're going to get suplexes, you're going to get Braun destroying shit, you're going to get Superman punches up the kazoo alongside with spears, you're going to get the Coquito clutch, you're going to get, you know what you're going to get, but you don't know what you're going to get, if that makes any sense. I mean, I can't wait for SummerSlam. I'm going to the actual event, so it's going to be thunderous when you hear Roman Reigns' theme song, which I love it when people boo, not because I hate him, because he's actually a great wrestler.
Oh.
He's actually a pretty good wrestler, okay? And, you know, people just shit on him like you, just shit on him for no reason.
Yeah, I do. We do that because he's being shoved down our throats.
Okay, I don't think he's... You know, the thing is, I don't really... There comes a time where you just don't care and you find it fun to boo. And I find it fun to boo him. Do I... Because everyone else is doing it, and that's what you want to do.
Because you do realize that he is, like, being pushed as the face of the match, right? Like, he's being pushed as that.
That's not true at all. That is not true at all. I don't know if you... And you said you haven't been watching, so you don't know exactly what you're talking about, because Samoa Joe is being pushed more than Roman Reigns. And I'm not complaining about it.
No, the face. Like, he's like the baby face of the match, basically. He's being pushed as that. He's still being pushed as a baby face. Why is he still a baby face? Why don't they turn him heel?
He's not a baby face. He's not. He's not a baby face. He's not a heel. He's his own guy, and that's what they're pushing him to be.
I mean, like... That's the thing, though. Like, they keep shoving him so far down as like this big baby face is the face of the.
He's not working as a baby face because he just got interviewed by. I feel bad. I don't know her name. She was backstage interviewing him. I forgot her name. Anyway, moving on. She was interviewing Roman Reigns, and he goes, "Well, I retired the Undertaker, and helped defeat his streak even more or whatever." And people were booing. That's what I'm talking about. That's not a face. That's what you call your own guy. Okay, yes.
Yeah, they've been doing that they've been doing stuff like that. They've been trying to tease a heel turn forever, yes, but he still hasn't turned heel.
Because he's his own guy.
Because that's the lead. And not only that, he is no face of the company at all. They need to stop pushing him as the face of the company. They need to stop pushing him as that. So I wouldn't mind if
he beat the Undertaker, man. He beat the Undertaker.
I would not. I mean, the reason why he beat the Undertaker is so Vince McMahon could get off at night to it. That's the reason why he beat the Undertaker. He didn't beat the Undertaker because, he's the guy who should beat the Undertaker. No, Vince McMahon wanted to get off at night, so he wanted Roman Reigns to beat the Undertaker. So that's what happened.
I think that they picked him because he was the right man to do it.
Not really.
He was the right man to do it. I don't see.
He was not the right man to do it.
Why wasn't he the right man to do it? And tell me who else besides Lesnar who has done it in the past? Who would be the man to retire the dead man?
You could have Samoa Joe to do it. You could have Braun Strowman to do it.
Braun Strowman.
I mean, like.
Braun Strowman's too big for a Taker. I feel like he would have died in the ring. You know?
And then finally push some of the guys I like freaking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to do it.
No, you're not gonna start with the same.
Oh, dude, have Nakamura done it or something.
I was just talking about this like about 20 minutes ago. I was talking about how Sami Zayn is a bona fide mid-carder, and people don't see it as that.
He's not a bona fide mid-carder. He needs to get pushed, but he's the new Cesaro. Push Sami Zayn.
Okay, listen. Cesaro is doing great right now in the tag team world, okay? Sami Zayn will find his spot, okay? He is teaming with Ty Dillinger, And listen, not everyone you like has to be the top guy. It's like saying I'm not gonna watch wrestling because Jeff Hardy isn't WWE champion.
I mean, that's not the whole reason why. Like, even if the rest of the show was good and he was still a mid carder, I'd still be watching.
But I mean,
That
I don't think he should be world champion yet. That makes no sense right now. Jinder
I
Mahal
mean,
is
like,
doing a terrific job right now.
and about Jinder Mahal, look, when he first won it, I was willing to give it a chance because it was different.
No, you weren't.
Not anymore.
No, you weren't.
Not anymore.
No, you
No,
weren't.
Like
That's
after
total
a minute.
bullshit. You texted
No,
me.
After like an hour, I was like, yeah, I'll give Jinder Mahal a chance. And then after that happened, I'm like, no way, not anymore. Especially after that battleground.
No.
That,
Before, hold on. Before, actually, let me.
Before then, I was mad because they got a jobber like a month ago.
I just gotta scroll up into the chat that you said that. Yeah, that's what I mean. You were upset that they got someone who wasn't in NXT or someone relevant at the time to become champion. But think of it this way, though, okay? This makes sense, though. The guy is built. He is built. Like, look at his body. He is built. It's believable for him to be world champion.
I mean, he's on steroids. That's why he's built.
He is not.
He is. Why does he come in and look super thin, and then like a couple weeks later, he looks like he's juiced up? He's Juicer Mahal.
He's not Juicer Mahal. There's a lot of guys that look like they're juiced. Like you can say John Cena looks juiced because he's freakishly big.
Well, I mean, like yeah. John Cena didn't come in like 1 week and look like a twig, and then the next week come in and look like a juicer.
Because he found his diet. He found a diet that was suitable for him. And so when he did this diet and did these workouts and everything,
you still don't become that big within like that short amount of time.
You can, and with a very, very strict diet, you can. I don't see a problem with it.
I mean, like, you just don't get that big, and not only that, have you seen, like...
They've done the wellness policy test, he passed it, and I don't think they're gonna... Like,
I don't think they've done it on him yet.
Yes, they did.
Because he's a walking wellness policy violation. He's a walking wellness policy violation.
I don't think that they should, I don't think that they gave him steroids, they told him to take steroids, and then say, yeah, we're not going to test you just on Jinder Mahal. I don't think that would ever happen. I think that's very ignorant to say, because I feel like you look at all the other guys that come out, and they're not, they're big. You look at, huge guys, and you can't just just say right away, oh, he's juicing, he's doing this, he's doing that. You gotta have reason behind
if he came out like that originally, like with this return, I wouldn't have been like that. But he came out originally looking like a thin twig, and a couple weeks later, he is huge.
Okay.
How do you explain that?
First of all, so you don't care about the fact that he came in, okay, and he looks like a twig. Okay, sure, he looks like a twig. Hold it for a second. If he did this in the same amount of weeks, except he joined WWE later on, okay, and then did this, you wouldn't be saying
that would still be a little off. Like,
no, because you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't know because you didn't look at him before. You wouldn't look at him before unless you looked at 3MB photos.
Because if I had found out that like a couple weeks before he joined WWE he was a twig, I would have been like, what?
No, but you look at guys like Darren Young's trying to build a body now. He is encouraging others that are low mid-card wrestlers trying to build up and become the very best that they can. And he's really showing that. I think he is really giving the locker room a person to look up to by doing this. I think he makes people look up to him in the locker room, number one. Number two, he's a heat machine. And Toronto, they freaking loved him. And SmackDown, they loved him, and it was great.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, why? Here's the problem with Jinder Mahal. Biggest problem with him. A month ago, before the whole shakeup. By the way, the shakeup ruined the company. Before the whole shakeup,
I just say it ruined certain things, but not the company.
Before the whole shakeup happened, like he was a jobber, a jobber. Okay. Why is it that as soon as the shakeup happens, he like gains all this power and is able to get the WWE Championship? As soon as the shakeup happens,
because that was
makes no
it
sense.
makes no sense. It does make sense because
How does it make sense?
it shows that if you go to a different brand, you have more of an opportunity in different places. Maybe Raw wasn't for Jinder, so SmackDown was for Jinder. It makes sense. This whole thing
that doesn't make it. That doesn't make it to where you win or lose matches. Like, is that basically saying that like SmackDown is easier to beat them than Raw because Jinder couldn't beat anyone on Raw?
No, because he started a diet. And he hasn't been wrestling the last few times before the shakeup.
Yeah, he did.
But
remember at WrestleMania, he was in that freaking battle royale, and he freaking got
but he was big. He looked big, and you know what? You know what happened at WrestleMania? He was like the second person. So he was the person to get thrown out last. So he could have won.
Still, he got thrown out. He got thrown out of the Jobber Battle Royale. Like that. By the way, that match with that whole Andre the Giant Battle Royale is the Jobber Battle Royale. I mean, it is the Jobber Battle Royale.
I mean, it's a low. Yeah, I guess you could say that to lower mid Carter because they want to put everyone on the show, and you can't put everyone on the show because it sucks if you're not on the show. Okay, and so to have him come in and to have all the guys in the Battle Royale, it's a smart idea. It pushes new talent.
It doesn't push your talent because all those people that won never went anywhere. Look at Cesaro; he still hasn't got.
What do you say?
He still hasn't. He still hasn't got a world championship though.
You don't need. So you. All right. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're a tag team or you're a world champion. You are a champion.
He still hasn't got one though. Like that's the thing.
So
people want to see him get pushed as a singles dude to get the world championship.
I love Cesaro. Incredibly. I think he's fantastic. I met him last year. I thought he was a fantastic individual. Okay? And I know that I want him to win a title. Yes, I do. And it would be great. And if you hold it off, if you hold things off like this and make it last till the end, people are going to get even more happier than they ever were. More glad, more, excited the fact that he would win the title later on. Now,
it's been way too long at this point. Like, they're going to go so long that people will stop caring.
Hold on, let's look at the Universal Championship, okay? I was going to go into SmackDown, but I'm not going to. I'll go into SmackDown at the, in 3 minutes, about 3 minutes. Alright, so, you get guys like Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar, and Braun Strowman. Cesaro could beat them?
Yeah. Yeah. He can.
That's a maybe. That's a maybe. That's not a definite yes. I don't know what from your end. You said yes, but it's a maybe. And I love Cesaro. But
I mean, like, he can. You can make him. You can make him beat them.
Okay. You're gonna have Cesaro beat Brock Lesnar. If Samoa Joe Samoa Joe couldn't beat Brock Lesnar 1-on-1, you're gonna have Cesaro beat Brock Lesnar 1-on-1?
You could. Yeah, I'm saying you could.
Okay. See, here's the problem. It's gotta be more realistic. Okay? And you're not making this any, more, like helping to make this more realistic than what it, should be. Like, you think Sami Zayn should be champion and Cesaro should be champion.
I think Sami Zayn should be a freaking champion by now because everyone loves him and he's freaking stuck in the mid card.
Everyone loves him. So, are you saying if everyone loves Bo Dallas, he should be WWE champion?
Yeah, if he's being pushed.
Why?
If everyone loves Bo Dallas and stuff, he needs to be pushed.
Do you think people deserve a title, or or do you think it should be that people should, quote unquote?
There's a reason why people love. There's a reason why people love those guys, though. It's because they're actually good wrestlers and they have good characters.
Wrestlers. If you're in the WWE, you're a great wrestler. That's why they fired Eva Marie just last week. I mean, if you're in the WWE, okay, and you're on Raw, especially Raw, because Vince sees Raw better than SmackDown. If he is especially on Raw, you're definitely a better wrestler than half the people on the planet. I'm not saying there's no good wrestlers out there, because there's fantastic wrestlers on the indie scene, but the very best are at WWE right now, and you have to.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would say.
And also another thing, the word deserve should not be used when it comes to getting a title. Because if
people deserve a title.
No, it's not deserve. It's that it should be given the opportunity to get the title. It should hand the title to a person because of the stuff that they've done backstage, what they've done, and how they look. You want to get the look of a champion, okay? You look at guys like Roman Reigns. He looks like
Did Daniel Bryan look like a champion?
Daniel Bryan had a great underdog story, but people don't want another underdog story when it comes to Sami Zayn. That's the problem.
Yeah, people would love to have an underdog story when it comes to Sami Zayn.
I don't think people would want it right now.
I mean, like, I'd love it. I'd be like, that'd get me back into watching if they decided to do that, but they're probably not because they're stupid.
Not because they're stupid, but because they have a different direction. I feel like I'm actually really excited for this Fatal 4-Way because I want Braun Strowman to win, and I really.
You mean the direction to push Roman Reigns even further down our throats and have him beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania?
They might make Joe win, but honestly, my pick, I think Brock Lesnar's gonna win, and I think Brock Lesnar's not only gonna win. Hey, listen, I really want Braun Strowman to win. I'm really pulling for this. I would love for that to happen.
Look, Samoa Joe needs to win. He needs to win. I love all of them. He needs to win.
Who needs it? I'd say Joe would be that'd be pretty good to give the title to. And
yeah, he needs to win.
Yeah, I see it. I think the Jinder Mahal versus Nakamura, that's gonna be interesting. I thought it was gonna be Cena versus Jinder Mahal, but Nakamura versus Jinder is gonna be interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah, and he better lose that title because he's terrible. Freaking Jinder Mahal. He's terrible.
He's not terrible.
Yeah, he is. He's terrible.
He's great. He's great. When he talks on the mic, people boo him. When he gets to the ring, people boo him. He has heat.
When he gets into the ring, he's one of the worst wrestlers on that roster right now.
What do you know about that makes him a bad wrestler? What do you know about him?
All his matches are super slow and boring. Like, all of his matches, he's just like a slow wrestler. He has a very bad moveset.
Okay, alright, so you make fun of... Okay, listen. You know who likes to be slow? The heels. They like to take it slow. They like to do it with the, the chin lock or the headlock or whatever. And they like to do that and slow things down. That's what they do because you're not supposed to...
And why are there heels that actually have good movesets?
You're not supposed to like him. You're not supposed to like Jinder. But you're not liking him for other reason. You're not supposed to like Jinder because Jinder's a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Jinder because he is boring to watch. And that's the point. I don't like him because he's boring to watch. And yeah, I'll give you the mic skills. He has decent mic skills, but he's not as good as someone like The Miz.
It's not just the mic skills. The fact that he gets people to boo him.
Because The Miz was great last year with the freaking mic skills on SmackDown. That was great.
The Miz was great on the mic. He is great on the mic.
Yeah, but then they put him on Raw with the shakeup and it ruined him.
I don't think it ruined him.
Yeah, I was watching those the last couple weeks I was watching with the shakeup. They completely ruined his character and everything when they put him on Raw.
Are you kidding me?
The only good thing they had going for him is giving him that faction.
Miz puts prestige to that title.
Yeah, he did. On SmackDown.
No, he does. SmackDown Raw. He puts the prestige to that title. I don't see why it is any different.
Well, how does he do it on Raw then? What does he do on Raw that's so good?
He's a great wrestler and a great on the mic. What else do you want from the guy?
I mean, like, I want him to be as good as he was last year
He
on
was.
SmackDown.
He is great. He is great. You're not watching the show. That's the biggest problem. You're not watching the show.
Because when I was watching, they were ruining him left and right by giving him freaking teddy bears and stuff. That was awful.
I thought that was funny. I thought it was entertaining.
That was terrible, dude. That was also a super low rating show, so yeah.
Hey, listen, I thought it was entertaining. I never said it was a great thing. I just said that part was entertaining.
I thought it was like cringe-worthy. Like, that was something that was like way big into leading me to stop watching.
You know, you
with
guys
some
like
stuff
they
like
haven't done
that.
this shit before. They do this stuff all the time.
I know they do. I know they do this stuff, but like when the writing is so bad and there's like nothing good going on, it's like, it's 10 times worse.
I wanted to watch more of it. To be honest, I want to watch more of it. Like the Fashion Files. The Fashion Files is the best thing.
Those things are just like they were fine at first, but now they're kind of getting old.
No, they're not. Are you kidding me? They're funny. They're funny right now. And hold on, let me just go into SmackDown results. I gotta tell everyone about the SmackDown results real quick. I'm gonna run through this. So Cena came out. Basically, he was telling people he lost or whatever. And
I mean, after Battleground, they need to fire Road Dogg right now.
Anyway,
that show is so bad.
No, SmackDown's a good show. You're gonna have Cena versus Corbin at SummerSlam.
Yeah, SmackDown was a good show before the shakeup. Then the shakeup ruined the company, and now everything's bad.
Well, that's opinionated.
That shakeup was the worst thing that could. Honestly, I'd say the shakeup is like one of the top 3 worst things that happened to the wrestling business ever.
Well, I don't think it was that
bad.
That
shakeup was awful.
It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Anyway, moving on. I'm just gonna go through this just so then I get everyone. So we got the Usos versus Ty Dillinger and Sami Zayn. The Usos won. Usos are fantastic. I don't care what anybody says. Usos are fantastic. I always said I liked them in the ring.
As heels, they are. As the heels, they are.
I always said they were fantastic wrestlers and they should do something with them, and they are. Fantastic job, to call it. So, the Usos won over the 2 people from Canada, which was great heel work. Great. Fantastic. The stuff they've been teasing with the New Day is fantastic. So then, whatever. Right after that, we go to the Fashion Peaks or whatever. Tyler Breeze tries to figure out who kidnapped Fandango. That was a funny segment. I thought it was really good with Anna Anderson coming out, and it was a funny episode. I thought it was pretty good. Charlotte Flair versus Lana. Lana can't wrestle.
Lana is terrible.
Lana's terrible.
Terrible.
In the ring, but everyone still loves to see her. So
why are they still pushing her? She's the new Eva Marie.
Because everyone loves her, and you said that if everyone loves someone, they should get pushed. No, you did say that.
Well, no, and everyone doesn't love her. Everyone's like, "Oh, this terrible wrestler."
Yeah, listen, the crowd loved her. So moving on.
I haven't heard anyone cheer her at all when I've seen her in matches.
We got the Shane McMahon. He was telling the rules to Kevin Owens and Styles. That was a good segment. Pretty good segment. So it was a good. They build that pretty good. All right. Then they had Carmella versus Naomi. Carmella won because of James Ellsworth. So he came back.
Wait, what? Oh no, he's terrible. They need to let him. They need to release him now. Freaking James Ellsworth. He needs to get released now. He's terrible.
Well, I think he adds to the roster because of how how he helps Carmella out, and it's the same thing with Edge and Lita, except it's reversed with the men and the women. And I think
Because how does he help out the roster? The only thing he was good for was a
Carmella.
15-minute joke. Like, he was just good for a 15-minute joke.
He became a meme, and he came on SmackDown, and I don't see a problem with it, because people loved him. People loved him. You can't even say anything.
People loved him, but it got old. Like, they kept doing it over and over and over again, and it got old.
They stopped.
Every joke.
No, he stopped, and they became a heel. They changed it perfect timing. I don't know what you're talking about. They changed it.
They changed him into a heel, but why didn't they just why did they have to sign him to like this huge contract? They should have just kept him there for a couple weeks.
Because you gotta have your Santino Morellas around. You gotta have them around. There's no way you can't have one, because it's funny to watch. It's entertaining. That's the whole point.
He's not funny. He's cringeworthy. That's the point.
See, here's the thing.
Santino Marella is also cringeworthy.
But the thing is,
yeah.
But people like Santino. And here's the thing with Ellsworth. Ellsworth is a heel right now, helping Carmella out. It's helping Carmella with her heel work stuff. It's just all helping together. Okay? And I thought that was genius with the Money in the Bank. I know you have.
That Money in the Bank was awful.
You begged to differ on that.
That was awful, because, why is it that this is the first women's Money in the Bank match and it's won by a dude?
Because that's the point. You're not supposed to like him. You're not supposed to like it. I don't know. The problem with wrestling nowadays is when people don't like a heel, they blame the booking. And that's what you're doing. That's what everyone else does. And that's how the whole IWC.
If that was the third women's Money in the Bank match, it probably wouldn't be that much of an issue, you know?
No, that's the point. It's the first one, and he did something horrible. That makes him a fantastic heel. Anyway,
he's.
That match with the.
They even realized how much of a problem it was on the SmackDown afterwards. They were like, "We gotta change this. This is a huge issue."
Oh no, they still made her win. So I mean, I thought Carmella winning was the best decision they could have ever gone with. Okay, so she beat Naomi. I hope she cashes in at SummerSlam.
She's the one that should have won, but still the Ellsworth thing. Why? I get that's to make him a heel, but seriously, the first women's Money in the Bank match that ends like that was terrible.
Alright, well, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go to Nakamura sit-down interview. He did a great job at the interview. So, interview by Renee Young. It was actually really good because he came to this country not knowing English. He learned English, and look at him. He's great. He's not great, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good. That's pretty good. Then we had a non-title grudge match between Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton as the main event.
Oh, what? Still freaking Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal? They're still trying to push this match down our throats?
No, they're not, because it's over. That was the last match. Listen, Orton won.
Why?
Orton won. Okay, Orton won the match. Alright, it was a good
Randy
match.
Orton.
It's a main event. I mean, I don't know if you ever seen, back in the day what they used to do, but they had the same matches for main events because people wanted to see
Randy Orton. Go on.
And they, that's how that's it. It's done.
Here's the problem with that whole rivalry to begin with is that Randy Orton's just boring as a face. He sucks as a face. He sucks so bad as a face. He is so boring as a face. That's why you call him Blandy Orton when he's face.
I don't like him as a face, to be honest with you. I like him more as a heel too, but the rivalry was pretty alright. It was decent. It was nothing really
It was
you don't even watch
every
the
time
product.
I watch.
You can't even talk.
I watched it when it first began, and I was like, man, why? When it happened, I was like, past the bleach. This rivalry sucks. But freaking Randy Orton as a face sucks.
I didn't think that it sucked. I thought it was pretty good. So we have hold on, let me just, I want to talk about the SummerSlam card before we get off the air. Hold on, so let me get the whole 2017 match card so far. I'm going to NXT Brooklyn. I can't wait. It's gonna be freaking great.
Yeah, that's actually good because that's the only good thing about WWE is NXT.
This video is gonna start playing. I'm gonna get pissed.
Literally, the only good thing about WWE is
Raw
NXT
invaded
right
the
now.
nation's capital
By
on
the
Monday
way,
and provided the perfect
205 Live needs to be canceled. That show sucks.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just. I'm just trying to get a good trying to get a list of the cards right now, and it's like, oh, there we go. So we got Randy Orton versus Rusev, which looks like it's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good rivalry. I like that. I actually.
So
like
more Blandy Orton.
No. Well, Randy Orton's gotta wrestle. I mean, I don't see.
He's a face though. Like, why don't they turn him heel?
I don't care. It's gonna be a good match. I think.
He's a face. Randy Orton's a face.
Okay, I get it. Moving on.
Face Orton.
New Day versus the Usos. It's gonna be a good match, like always. So New Day versus the Tag Team Championship. I was there when they won their first Tag Team Championship, the New Day, when they won it and they kept it for a year. I was there for that. So.
Oh.
I was there for both those SummerSlams actually, when they won it and then when they retained it. When Kofi did that funny little dance on his back, that was funny. Anyway, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. That's great. They're adding prestige to the United States Championship. That's gonna be a great match, without a doubt. Neville versus Tozawa. I gotta say, Tozawa versus Neville, I'm actually really not that hyped about.
Oh, you mean like another boring match that has no storyline?
It's not that it's boring. Just
no storyline. No. Nothing.
Well,
just like
matter,
another.
SummerSlam, it's all matches anyway. There's nothing on the mic except for like maybe Jon Stewart.
Because they completely. I'm sorry, but they completely ruined the cruiserweight division. Like they completely ruined all of those guys. They're done.
Earlier, how they should have just dropped the division name and just like split them to Raw and SmackDown. That's the best way to go at it because
that's honestly is the best way.
Because
all those guys.
They have only one championship, and so if you lose against Neville, then you're screwed, and your whole career in 205 Live is done. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. So we got. I would like Rich Swann. Rich Swann has the best kicks out of anyone in the wrestling industry right now. Rich Swann has the best kicks I have ever seen.
I don't know about that.
He has the best kicks. He can beat. I'm telling you, he has better kicks, and people are gonna kill him. But he's got better kicks than Shawn Michaels, the Young Bucks. You can name it.
What?
He's got the best.
What? No.
Hold on. You're working on nostalgia right now. I'm telling you, I've never seen a guy kick someone in the face and look so good and sound so good 10 out of 10 times. I've never seen it in my life. And I'm telling you, this kid is going somewhere. We gotta see what happens to him. I think it's phenomenal. And I hope to see him.
The only way he'll go somewhere is if he gets off 205 Live.
I hope they do something good with him. I hope so, because I really do love Rich Swann a lot. He really is something. Unless you show me something where he like messed up a few kicks, then I would be like, all right, whatever. But every match I see him in so far, when he's on Raw or whatever, he always has great kicks. I love him. Anyway, moving on. So we got the Jinder Mahal versus Nakamura.
Jinder Mahal.
So good. You're gonna watch it. You get to see him get his ass kicked by Nakamura. See, you buy the network again. Anyway, you go.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it. No.
Not gonna watch it? Alright, well, whatever. Anyway, Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. That's not gonna happen anymore. Bayley got injured.
Wait, what? They're doing Alexa Bliss versus Bayley again after that horrific?
No. What's it called? She got injured. She actually got, like, really injured.
Okay, good. Because after that horrific, awful thing at Extreme Rules, and then after that, This Is Your Life segment, like, Bayley's done for.
Yeah, I know. This Is Your Life isn't really the best thing in the world. But, I mean, I don't know why people don't like Bayley anymore. I don't know why. Yeah, whatever.
It's because like, look, on NXT, she had this same character, all right? But on Raw, it just doesn't work. Like, she comes off as retarded on Raw at points.
No, she doesn't. I don't think so.
Yeah, she does.
I think
like,
if there's one gimmick that doesn't work, the one gimmick that doesn't work is the vaudevillains. That doesn't work.
Watch that Extreme Rules match again. Watch that Extreme Rules match again. Tell me Bailey's not a retard.
I don't think
Watch
she
that
is.
match they had at Extreme Rules.
That's too much
And
of a
then,
strong word.
hmm?
That's too much of a strong word to say. Anyway, moving on. Alexa Bliss will be either facing Nia Jax or Sasha Banks. She faces just Sasha Banks.
Oh, Nia Jax actually exists? She came back?
I mean, she came back. She's been on the scene for like so long.
No. Like, when I was watching, she was nowhere to be seen. I was like, where's Nia Jax? Why is Nia Jax not on TV? Where's Nia Jax?
Well, I hope Alexa Bliss faces Sasha Banks, and I talked about this earlier on the live stream, because they actually have backstage heat, and anything with backstage heat and turn into a match will be great, like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. So we're gonna hope.
Maybe the only way to save Bailey is to turn Sasha Banks heel and have them go at it.
No, like honestly, Bailey getting injured was probably the best thing for Bailey, because the fans were not getting with her anymore, and she it is a great opportunity to have Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. So I think Bailey can come back, and she'll come back better than if she were to stay on Raw. So
And when she comes back, they need to turn Sasha Banks heel. They need to turn her heel right now.
Alexa Bliss is here right now, so you can't really do that right now.
Yeah. By the way, I freaking loved Alexa Bliss on SmackDown, but on Raw, she was just bland.
She's not bland. I don't know what you're saying.
Like, the same thing with The Miz when they did the whole ridiculous shakeup. Like, it's like freaking Alexa Bliss is bland like The Miz now.
You know what?
When they got put on Raw.
Well, they're gonna have, also moving on, we have Naomi versus Natalya in the Naomi versus Natalya for the Women's Championship.
Okay.
Which Naomi always said was a great wrestler. I always said that.
She is, obviously, but that match is kind of
You never know. Natalya is like a veteran. So.
Right?
Anyway, moving on. Last match we're going to talk about. Last one before we go off. I'd like to talk about the Fatal 4-Way again. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and Samoa Joe for the Universal Championship.
Again, that's a good match. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I'm really hyped for it. I want Braun Strowman to win. He probably won't, but I want him to
win. Samoa Joe needs to just dominate and win.
Well, I think they're having another shakeup too. Right, by the way.
Wait, what? So they're gonna ruin the company twice with a shakeup.
Hold on. I saw this before, but hold on. It's gonna have one. It's gonna be after SummerSlam, right after SummerSlam.
Oh, they're gonna ruin the company again. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna ruin everything again.
Nikki Bella is gonna be on the SummerSlam broadcast to promote Total Bellas. Sorry.
Nobody watches. Why do they keep trying to push those stupid Total Divas shows?
People
no one watches them.
I don't know what you're saying. People actually do watch it.
No one. People actually watch those shows. You're trying to tell me.
If Total Divas has 7 seasons, yes, people do watch that show. Yeah.
I mean, who watches that show though?
I don't know. Maybe some people watch the show. That's why they have 7 seasons. That's why. I mean.
That show is.
I heard it was pretty good actually. Yeah. I used to watch it, and then I just stopped. Not because it was bad, but I just had a lot of things going on at the moment. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, so alright, so yeah, we're gonna have another Superstar Superstar shake-up before, or actually right after SummerSlam.
So twice in 1 year they ruined the company. Wow.
Maybe they could bring the Miz back to Raw or SmackDown. I'm sorry, and make you happy.
They need to just make the rosters what they were before. Like trade all of them back, and there you go.
And knowing you would say keep Sami on SmackDown.
Yeah, keep Sami Zayn on SmackDown, and then just make everything else.
No, Sami does belong on SmackDown. I can't wait to see Shelton Benjamin come back.
Just make everything else the same except Sammy's on SmackDown. Everything else the same as it was before the shakeup.
Yeah.
Because Bray Wyatt needs to be on SmackDown. Like, why did that was the thing? Like, that was probably one of the worst things I've ever seen was Randy Orton taking the world championship from him. That was one of the worst title
Yeah.
changes ever, if not the worst title change of all time.
Yeah, it kind of stung. I kind of thought Bray Wyatt should have won, but
Like, that WrestleMania was so bad in general.
anyway, overall, what I'm trying to say is, at the end, because we're gonna wrap this up. I think people rely too much on booking than actually going with the heel and face scenarios, and that's the biggest problem that the company is facing right now. I feel like the biggest problem that the company had occurred a few years back when people started watching the indies, and that was the biggest problem because of the internet. Not only did it kill kayfabe, but it created other spotlights for indie promotions, which it was great for these indie promotions, but it was horrible for WWE, and it's not working in their benefit. Yes, you have NXT, but they have lost a lot of viewers. Don't forget, in early 2000s, you had 6-7 million viewers. We have dropped down to 2.5 to 3. So the indie scene has kind of helped destroy a bit of WWE. I would say destroy.
Which is a great thing because we get another option. It's actually good.
While it gives us all options, it destroys a lot of the WWE, and people like Drew, that's on the set right now, believe, you know, that Vince McMahon should be gone or whatever, and believe that booking, they leave it to the fans, which I don't believe. Because if we had to leave booking to the fans, we'd be screwed. In other words, basically what I'm trying to say here is, God bless you. But basically,
I don't think they need to just leave it to the fans. I think it's just the booking is just terrible. That's the point.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying the booking is perfect in WWE because it's far from that. But what I'm saying is that WWE's problem was letting people actually watch the indie scene, which is something that they should have never let happen, but they did, and that was the biggest problem. And I love the indie scene. I'm not gonna shy away from that. But what I'm saying is, for WWE as a business standpoint, was the worst thing from a business standpoint to make other people allow them to watch the indie scene. I feel like that was the biggest problem, and I feel like WWE needs to kind of react on this. They have to pull up with some things like with better storyline. They already have the wrestling down on pat. They just need better storyline, and they got it all set. They need a few other things along their way. But to wrap it up now, I'm going to say thank you for watching the Chrispy Kids Wrestling Podcast, and I hope you have a nice day. Alright, that's it. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.